It is here. Sora has finally launched. In this video, we'll talk about the price, some new features, some FAQs, and we'll walk through the interface. First is the price. Plus plan gives you 1000 credit monthly. It's enough about 50 videos in 720p resolutions up to 5 seconds each, with watermarks. Pro plan offers 10,000 credit monthly, supporting 1080p resolutions, videos up to 20 seconds, and 5 concurrent generations, plus watermark-free downloads. Users can switch to relax mode. Your video would take a bit longer to generate, but you can keep creating without using any credits. And the amount of credit depends on what you want to create. For example, a basic 5-second video in 480p square use 20 credits, while a premium 20-second video in 1080p will cost you 2000 credits. The higher the quality and the longer the duration, the more credit you will need. Let's walk through the layout. On the left side, you will see Explorer, where you can browse videos created by other users and see exactly what prompt they use for inspiration. You can organize your creation in a personal library and create folders to manage your projects. At the bottom of the screen, you will see Composer. Simply type in the description of what you want to see in the video. Before hitting create, take a moment to review your settings. You can add a style preset, adjust the aspect ratio, set your resolutions, choose the durations, and select how many variations you like. You can hover over the help icon to check how many credits your current settings will use. Once your video generates, you will see it in your library. You can hover over variation to watch them play, use your mouse to scrub through videos for slow motion viewing, and click any videos to open it in the lightbox. The editing toolbar at the bottom gives you several options. You can modify your prompt, work with the storyboards, trim or extend clips, use Remix for natural language editing. You can blend videos together and create seamless loops. Let's take a look at the storyboards. Think of storyboards as your director's tool. It's all about playing around with your scenes with precision and control. You'll find it by clicking the storyboards button in the composer. At the top, you'll have caption cards. This is where you describe your settings, characters, and actions. Below that is your timeline for a sequencing event. The bottom section contains the same settings from the composer. The key to great storyboarding is to understand the timing. The space between your cards is crucial. Too close together, Sora might create abrupt cuts. Too far apart, Sora might add unexpected details. For example, you want a scene of a red crane with a yellow tail standing in a stream, and then have it dip its head into water. You can set your first card with the initial scene, place the second card halfway through the timeline, and the second card just describe the new action. We'll then adjust the spacing to get the perfect flow. So after creating your video, you can always check the timeline placement and create new versions with tweaked settings. Next, we have Blend. Blend is Sora's experimental editing tool that lets you combine the essence of two videos into something entirely new. This is how it works. You first select your base video, then choose a second video from your library to blend with. You'll see both videos side by side in a blend editor. The key feature is the curve in the middle. High curve means more influence from the top video, and low curve means more influence in the bottom video. The curve shows the blend strengths at any point in time. Working with your clips, you can scrub through the timeline to preview both videos. You can use handles to trim or expand blend regions and adjust how much of each clip you want to include. You can always add it to your blend settings, try different curve patterns, and experiment with different clips combinations. We then have Recut. It is another editing tool. It's particularly useful when you love certain moments of your video but you want to adjust their durations. This is how it works. Say you have a video of a robot on a hillside with 3 different cuts, but you only love the first second of the footage. And here's what you can do. You can first import your video into Recut. It appears in a storyboard format. You can then play through your timeline to find the perfect seconds you want to keep. Then trim your clip down to just that segment. You can leave the rest timeline empty. This gives Sora room to imagine. We then set our desired durations to 5 seconds. Instead of 3 different cuts, you will now have one continuous seamless 5-second shot of your robot on the hillside. Sora maintains the quality and the atmosphere of your chosen moment while naturally extending it. And finally, we have Remix. Remix is Sora's natural language editing tool that lets you transform your video through simple commands. You You can add, remove, or modify elements while maintaining the original camera movement and atmosphere. Say you have a wide shot of a concrete building on the coastline, and you're curious how it would look as a mid-century home. We can click Remix to open the editor, type in your desired change. We then choose your remix strands based on how dramatic the change is. Strong is for major changes like transforming architecture style. Mild is for moderate adjustments like adding trees or landscape elements. Subtle is for minor tweaks like removing windows or changing colors. So after the remix, you'll see your video maintaining its coastal settings and camera movement, but now featuring a mid-century home instead of the original structure. Currently, Sora excels at creating abstract animations and effects, text and title sequences, cartoon-style content, fluid dynamics, and particle effects. However, it is important to note some kernel limitations. First, the object might not maintain consistency through the videos. Physics and movement can sometimes appear unrealistic. And finally, the platform includes built-in safeguards to prevent generations of copyrighted or inappropriate content. Unfortunately, Openai server is currently down. I'll do more in-depth testing as soon as they are back up. And that's all for today's sharing. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.